We're at the ballroom of the Novotel Bangkok Planchette Sukhumvit. I'm with Armelle Le Bihan from Green Building Consulting and Engineering, and you are watching Bangkok Venue Talk. Armelle, you're with Green Building Consulting and Engineering. Is it a colour statement, or what are you doing?
It is more than a colour statement. So we are a consultancy, and we create high-performance buildings that promote people's well-being while preserving the planet. So we act both on new concept designs, but also on optimizing existing facilities. And so we basically accompany project teams, hospitality venues in their whole sustainability journey. So from the very beginning, where we are going to identify where you can have the best impacts on global and local issues. Then we're going to craft sustainability stories and help you define features for new designs or optimizing existing facilities. We're going to help you manage green operations as well and help you in procurement until you can really reach these meaningful environmental and social goals.
Who are your clients? Are they commercial buildings or hotels?
Both. So we have hotels, hotel owners as well. We have commercial buildings. We've also been working for airports, for instance, and more globally for smart cities. So exciting. Yeah.
And what do you see as the biggest challenge in terms of going green and green buildings?
And with no surprise, I would say costs. Well, the misconception of costs. A lot of people think that going green or retrofitting for green or actually just designing green from the very start costs a lot more than designing a conventional building. In reality, that number stays below 2% of added premium cost, so it's very low. So it's just this misconception of costs and getting into also good return on investments. A lot of things is about the money, basically. You really need to have a financial argument to actually go and do any kind of sustainability improvements. So I would say that's the biggest challenge, but we're working on it by providing a lot of awareness in a lot of different groups. So either in public awareness, but also we're working in advocating a lot of things at the UN as well, and in business also, business events and organizations to try to close that gap of it costs too much to actually do good.
You mentioned retrofitting.
Yes.
So if a hotel is in a building that's 20, maybe 40 years old, is it possible to retrofit that facility to be green?
Yes, of course. The older it is, there's big chances that you're actually on older standards as well. So the gap between what you had before in terms of efficiency and what you need to achieve now is going to be bigger. But that's also going to mean you're going to reach bigger results. Better return on investments, basically. The idea is when you're having an existing facility is to look first at how is my infrastructure actually designed? What are my walls made of? Do I have insulation? What about my windows? And then we look at all the different mechanical systems. So we're going to look at heating, ventilation, well, heating not here, but air conditioning. We're going to look at lighting and water equipments. So yes, it is definitely possible. But we have to, a building is basically, if you want to understand it well, you can imagine it's like a human body. So it's not, if you solve just one problem, just the symptom, you're not really going to solve the whole issue. You really need to look at it as holistically. So if you were going to think about how can I reduce my energy consumption, you're going to have to look at the systems. That's what people think first. Okay, turn off lights, for instance, or how can I improve my energy efficiency in air conditioning? But you're going to have to look at as well as the envelope. You can put the most energy efficient system you want. If your envelope is not sealed well enough, you're basically losing everything that you've put into it.
Now, you've organised a forum for the past 2 years, which I've been to, but many of these guys actually haven't attended. So they probably don't know what I'm talking about. Can you tell us about your forum?
Yes, sure. We actually organised it 3 years already. So we're going to do it this year for the fourth time. So it's called the Sustainability for Business Forum. And we organize it on behalf of the Multi-Chamber Sustainability Committee, which I co-chair with my friend Henri. And which is basically supported by the Netherlands Thai Chamber of Commerce and the Franco-Thai Chamber of Commerce. We have other chambers also involved, and basically the objective of this forum is to create a business case for sustainability and match and connect sustainability solution providers with businesses. So hospitality was one of our subjects that we had over the years, but we also have it for different kind of organizations. The idea is how can we leverage from sustainability across the value chain of a business. So operations, infrastructure, of course, is a big one, but we also have, for instance, procurement, HR, every kind of domain that can see a better impact for their employees, but also a better impact on the planet. This is what we're working towards.
It's very well supported because I met a couple of ambassadors there.
Yes.
And I know that they're very committed towards sustainability, and you're some very high-level speakers. So is there anything new that you're planning for the 4th forum, and is it going to stay in Bangkok?
Well, I hadn't thought about moving it somewhere else, but yeah,
Right.
that could be an idea. Well, it's going to stay in Bangkok for this year, though. And some of the ideas we wanted to explore, because we had some demands in the past years, is smart cities. So this is a huge thing happening here in Bangkok, but in the ASEAN region as a whole. Actually, the chair this year of ASEAN is Thailand. They're doing a lot of events around smart cities. So the idea is what we want to showcase through smart cities is all the different pillars. So we have smart buildings, smart energy, but also smart people, smart economy. How can we leverage a city to a certain level throughout these pillars and urban, basically, development. So this is one of the ideas we have so far, but we haven't had our first kickoff meeting, so I'll tell you more about it maybe as it comes up in September.
Fantastic. I will certainly be attending again.
Okay, great.
Armelle Le Bihan for Green Building, Business Consulting and Engineering. Thank you for meeting with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching Bangkok Venue Talk.